My face above the water, my feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon. Every time you are not around, I'm slowly drifting away. Wave after wave, wave after wave, I'm slowly drifting. And it feels like I'm drowning, pulling against the stream, pulling against the wave. Wave after wave, wave after wave, I'm slowly drifting.
Alright, so today we're going to show you the exterior of the boat. It's a little bit chopped, so we might look like we've been drinking, but it's just the wavy effect of the boat. So we'll start off here in the port forward peak. We've got kiteboard gear and fenders, paddles, lazarette, those sorts of things in there, so that keeps nice and dry in there. We'll swing around onto the trampolines with you see our kayak there, our trampolines. Then we move over to our first grey sail here. It's our jib, Genoa, and our second one is our Jenica, both rolling. They're filled, rolled filled, and activated by ropes to pull them out and back in again. So moving from there into our generator. In fact, it's going right now. Big bad boy. Should probably have this open. Leave it open. 11 kV generator, produces all the power for the boat and our water maker. So that keeps the boat supplied with plenty of electricity. And into our anchor, it's our anchor locker. We're at anchor now, so most of our chain is out. I think we're about 40 metres out at the moment. So if we go out to the front, you'll see the anchor chain there along the top of the trampolines. So the anchor is supported by a bridle, so you'll see on the bow of the port starboard bow, we've got this bridle hanging down here. We don't have any current on it right now, but it holds the chain so we don't swing around. It keeps us pretty comfortable and stable on anchor. Next is our starboard forward peak. So I've got more stuff in here. Believe it or not, this is also a bedroom for if you've got a skipper or what have you. It is set up as a bedroom. There's mattresses and stuff in there. I don't know if I'd be that keen to sleep in there, but anyway, it's an option. Please come out and try it, see what you think. Paddleboard, kids use that, and mum. One of our headers for our Jenica there, down here. It's not been put away yet, we've just pulled into where we're staying. See our headers for our jib. Pull that out. Moving along to our standing rigging. So our stays for our mast. If you look up the mast, you'll see the things that stick out like this. They're called the spreaders, and this helps support the spreaders and make that mast nice and stable. So we're moving along into the after the boat. So right now we've got our water maker going, and I've just got a little adaptation to it. So you can hear that running away. So that's what you're looking at here, the water maker with the membranes down the bottom, and it's run off 230 volts. Also one of our engines here, a starboard Volvo DC 50F engine. They're a relatively new in this boat. I think they've only done about 500-600 years, so they're not quite new in the last year, and the sail drives are new as well. Moving on, over through our cockpit there. Oh, hang on, keep turning around, Connor, onto our Starlink. There's our Starlink dish. Super important, that keeps us online, and it's a bit of a game changer for us to be able to do what we need to do. Kids can school, I can check out what we need to check out for weather and what have you, and yeah, it's really easy, really good. Our dinghy, so that gets us to shore. It's got a 2.9 metre dinghy with a 15 horse 4-stroke on the back. Yeah, it fits us all. It does the job. On top we've got our solar panel, 3 times 130 watts. It's not really big enough for what we need, and that'll be an upgrade in the future coming up. Our life raft down there, something I hope we never have to use, but it is there if we need it. And finally our wind generator, 350 watt wind generator. So that's our backup to the wind. So if the wind, like it is now, starts to get up, and it will kick in shortly, we can draw current from that as well. So the bonus between the solar and that is if it's rainy and it's windy, we still make power. If it's only sunny, we still make power, and if it's only windy at night, we still make power. It's just unfortunately not quite big enough, but that's work in progress, and we will get there. Next is our helm. So this is where all the other hard work's done. Yeah, so all our halyards or our sheets come back to here. So we've got our main sheet, which lifts up our mainsail, and then our various reefing sheets. So a reefing is, as the wind gets stronger, say 20 knots, we drop the sail to the first reef, 25 knots we drop it to the second reef, 30 knots we drop it to the third reef, and that's what all this is. So it allows us to drop them, tie them off, and then raise the main again. Our jib halyard there, all running through blocks, so they're locking blocks. And then we've got another block here if we want to use for our jib on the other side if you were single helming it. Here we've got our speed above ground and course over ground. This is our wind speed at the top of the mast and wind direction, so it gives us true and apparent wind speed. Our compass, our autopilot, and then our chain counter. So that tells us right now what have we got, 35 odd meters out. And then this is just our depth gauge and a few other bits and pieces. Throttle controls, and then we've got our engine gauges and starting points there. So motor winch, so we can raise and lower the main all through this by these switches here. So we move to the port aft motor area. So same motor again, Volvo Penta D250F, and these are autopilot there. That sticks onto the rudder, so you can see our rudder there, our rudder stocks running down, and everything in there. If you're motor orientated, it might look okay. For everyone else, it probably just looks like a motor. Spent a few hours in there, hot and bothered, and come out of there looking a bit frazzled, but here we are, we're doing it. So if we look up to the mast, you'll see our lazy coming off the boom. The boom is the horizontal beam there. So that's our boom, our mast is our vertical. So we've got a big green bag there, in there is our mainsail. It's called a lazy bag, and the ropes leading to it, lazy jacks. So we just literally dump the sail down into that, zip it up, and it keeps the sail out of the sun or the UV, so gives them a little bit more longevity. Up there we've got our radar, that round disc halfway up on the first spreader. And the next box up in the second spreader is our AIS, which is our automatic identification system, so you can pick out where we are anywhere in the world. And then obviously we've got our top of our cabin here. Some of the newer boats have this is flat and you can have beds and bits and pieces. Ours is a bit of an older one, so we don't have quite that option. And we've got a soft top on our instead of being a hard top. We prefer a hard top, but it is what it is, and we've got what we've got, so we'll make do with it. That pretty much concludes the exterior of the boat. And I think Heidi's going to take you fellas through the interior and you'll see the workings of that. Cheers.
So I'm going to give you a tour of the interior of our boat. So this here is the main salon. This is where we eat breakfast, usually in the mornings maybe. This is Vince's, well, the control panel where these devices come on and we can monitor the direction we want to take. And here's his navigation. What's that called, Connor? The electrical circuits part. Obviously we've got a TV, which is cool. Under here we've got lots of extra storage, so for all our just extra groceries that we don't have room for. So there's 3 lots of storage cases under here, and then we've also around here and under these seats here there's extra storage for extra life jackets and Vince's toolboxes and everything else that we might need. So that's our main salon. Okay, so now we're going down into the kitchen, which is down here on the port side. So go down about 4 steps. So it's a pretty cool little kitchen. At first I thought it was going to be a bit tiny, but it's actually really user friendly. So we've got our microwave, jug, toaster, coffee maker, gas hob, and a little gas oven. It's not the best gas oven, but it does the job, I guess. We have a fridge, which needs a clean, and a little freezer. We probably will need a bigger freezer if we do our big 3-week ocean crossing. And then in here are the cupboards. So they all came fully stocked with the boat, which is really handy, so we didn't have to go to the French Kmart and buy anything. And then just more storage for the things we're using sort of now. And then this is the rubbish bin, which is handy. And this tap here is a freshwater filtered tap so Vince uses it when he fills his water maker. Uses the water maker, and it goes straight through here, so we get fresh drinking water, which is nice. And this is just normal tank water. And then down here I forgot about the washing machine, which is very handy. Yeah, I think there's room in here. Come in, Connor. He's got a very nice little room, his own little portholes. Sleeping with Dad's fishing rod at the moment. It's got a window, it looks up at the sail. And then he keeps this covered. He doesn't like this in case he sees some sharks, but that's his little porthole. It's an emergency escape hatch as well. And then he's got cupboards. Ooh, it's dark. And here with hanging space as well. We bought way too many cool clothes that we do not need at the moment. Way too many. Then in here, this is called a wet head. Come in, Connor. So the toilet down here, and then up the handle here lifts up to the hook over here. Connor. Yep. And that's his shower. So Connor and Moose have both got the same kind of shower. Okay, now we're in Connor's room. Connor's is pretty much the same as Moose's, except he's got a slightly bigger bed here. Same storage. He's got his own portholes as well. Don't do a shot out there at Nice. What a bed view to wake up to. And then he's same a wet head shower and toilet as well. So this is on the port side of the boat. Then we're going to go up over here, up the 4 stairs. I'm going to take you now down to the starboard side. So in here is mine and Vince's room. Okay, so it's a pretty good, decent sized, very comfy bed. And then under this bed here is, I'm not going to get it all out, but the batteries. So we have to top them up pretty much every day. We seem to be going through a lot. Here's our monitor, and it looks like we might need to turn our generator back on shortly so that our fridge and freezer have power and we can keep the Starlink going. And in here we've got plenty of storage space. We've got way too many clothes really. Hanging wardrobe in there as well, and a little mirror here behind you, Connor. And then down here also there's more just little storage cubby holes under here. Everything you could wish for can be stored away. So very handy really. Thanks. Walk through here, and this is now Luca's room. So Luca's got a cute little room as well. It's pretty much the same as Moose's on the other side. So she's got her shelves. She's put some decorative stickers up. And then so she's got her little 4 windows too. And another escape hatch down here. Luke has to share her toilet with us, so we've actually got a bigger, like a master ensuite I guess. So toilet, big vanity, and then go in, Connor, and then around the corner there, just go and open it up. There's a proper shower, which we actually haven't used yet. We're using the outside shower a lot. This is a manual toilet. Our electric toilet actually stopped working, luckily before we had actually left Port Lacarte. So Vince has added a manual pump toilet, which apparently is handy to have, but just in case the other electric ones fail. That's what does get a bit stinky though. Right, that's it. You've seen a tour of Minty. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm about now to go and make some lunch for the team. So miss you all, and we'll see you next time.
Slowly drifting away, wave after wave, wave after wave. Slowly drifting away, and it feels like I'm drowning, pulling against the street.